Tonight, Zhong Shui Jiao, a dumpling older than almost any restaurant still standing in its city. From Chengdu, in the misty heart of the Sichuan Basin, where, for more than 100 years, these small pork parcels have been folded by hand and slipped into a quiet pool of sweet soy and red chili oil. There is no soup here, and that is the whole secret. Most dumplings hide in broth. These do not. They are drained and dressed, bare but for a spoonful of sweet aromatic soy, a whisper of raw garlic water, and a slow red pour of chili oil. Every fold, every drizzle is meant to be heard. This is a dish that asks for nothing but your patience and a very quiet room. 4 servings, 60 minutes to prepare, 30 to cook, 90 minutes in all. Gluten-free tamari, and soft brown sugar, star anise, cassia bark, fennel seed, Sichuan peppercorn, and clove, fresh ginger, 4 cloves of garlic, 3 slender scallions, 10.5 ounces of ground pork, toasted sesame oil, toasted sesame paste, and half a cup of red chili oil, and 40 gluten-free wrappers waiting to be filled. First, the sweet aromatic soy, the sauce the whole bowl is built upon. Into a small pan goes the tamari, the brown sugar, a little water, and 3 slices of ginger. Then in go the warm spices, all together, star anise and cassia bark, fennel and clove, and a spoon of Sichuan peppercorn. Let it barely simmer for 25 minutes until it turns thick and dark and syrupy. Then strain the spices away and let it cool. Now, the garlic water. Smash 4 cloves of raw garlic down to a smooth, pale paste. Loosen it with 2 tablespoons of warm water and let it sit. In a few minutes, it becomes something else, a pungent, living elixir, sharp enough to wake the whole bowl. The filling. Into a bowl, the ground pork, a little ginger juice squeezed from the grated root, minced scallion, a spoonful of tamari, sesame oil, a pinch of salt, a breath of white pepper. Now stir, always in one direction, and as you stir, add water, 1 spoonful at a time, beating it slowly in. The pork drinks it up. It turns pale and light and sticky until it is soft enough to hold the shape of your spoon. And now, the folding, the quietest part of the evening. Lay 1 wrapper flat in your palm. A single teaspoon of filling in the center. Wet the edges. Fold it once into a triangle and press the air gently out. Bring the two far corners around, overlap them, and pinch to lock. One dumpling, then another, until a whole tray sits dusted in starch, waiting. A great pot of water brought to a rolling boil. In go the dumplings. Nudge them once, softly, with the back of a spoon, so none of them cling. They sink, and then, slowly, they rise. When they float, let them swim 2 or 3 minutes more, until the skins turn tender and almost translucent. And then they are drained. Dry, no broth, no soup. Into the bowl they go, and over them the 3 anointings. The sweet, dark soy spooned across, the raw garlic water splashed, a little loosened sesame paste, and last, the red chili oil poured slow and glistening, a scatter of sesame, a few green scallions. That is all. That is everything. History and cultural origins. In the Chengdu of 1893, in the last decades of the Qing dynasty, a man named Zhong Shui Jiao opened a small dumpling stall on a narrow street called Lichi Lane. He had no grand kitchen, only pork, thin wrappers, and a sauce he refused to simplify. The people came for that sauce, and they never really stopped. The name is a plain one. Zhong is simply his family name. Shui Jiao means water dumpling, for they are boiled in nothing but water, then lifted out and dressed. For years, the people of the city knew them by the street instead. The Lichi Lane red oil dumplings. 10 of them, it was said, weighed barely 50 grams. The wrappers rolled that thin. By 1931, the little stall had earned a proper name over its door. Lichi Lane Zhong Dumplings. And the family guarded one thing above all else: the compound soy. Not merely soy sauce, but soy simmered patiently with sugar and spice until it turned sweet and round and slow. It is the reason a bowl with no broth at all could still taste of so much. In 1990, Chengdu named them one of its official famous snacks, and 5 years later, the whole nation followed, naming JONG-shway JYAO, a China time-honored brand, an honor it shared that year with the wontons of Long Chao Shao. Today they are eaten the way they always were, not as a grand feast, but as a small, perfect bowl, a morning snack, a late-night comfort, street food that a country decided to treasure. Serve them the way Chengdu always has. hot dumplings resting in a cool, bright pool of oil. Not the centerpiece of the table, but the small dish everyone reaches for first. Zhong-shway JYAO is a humble thing. Pork and flour and water, lifted by a sauce a family spent a lifetime perfecting. It never tried to be elegant. It only ever tried to be loved on a narrow lane in a misty city for more than 100 years. The dumplings are soft as a held breath. The oil is red as a paper lantern. And somewhere in Chengdu, the water is coming again to a boil. And the table, at last, is set.